Okay, we're kind of getting into the faction that I feel a bit more comfortable with. I haven't played like loads of Eldarin Draft, you know, Necron as well. Even Ultramarines, like my first 12 was with Uriel, but after that, you know, of course I wanted to try all the other factions, I wanted to try all the other leaders in Draft, try and make them work. So after I hit the 12 with Uriel, I pretty much stopped. Tyrannids, on the other hand, is something that, you know, like I talked on Discord before playing in Draft. Played Draft, I had a bit of a grasp on them. And this deck here is probably like the one that I'm most comfortable with out of these 6. It was 7, but I got rid of Zagstruck. That one wasn't a tick. That was definitely a cross. That didn't work at all. Neurothrope, Synapse, you know, is a match made in heaven, obviously. And this deck, you know, like most of it I've played before. I feel comfortable. This should be okay. The only question mark really is that it's so cheap and it is so low that I'm not super comfortable with it. You can see that there are, like, it's light Synapse, of course, because you've got a lot of the basic stuff like Predator Instincts, Encircle, Enhanced Organism, all the basic stratagems that you use with Synapse. Tyrannid Warrior, of course, that a lot of this revolves around Tyrannid Warrior. But we do, of course, have Tyrant Prime as well. We have a little bit, but the whole point, of course, is Neurothrope himself just offers you a 1-point ping, super easy. If you get Synapse from the board, that's incredible value. We've got the things that everyone seems to use in Tyrannid, like you see most videos. Biovore is just such great value, you know. Pyrovore, I'm a little less sure about. It seems like it could be really, really annoying when you get its health up, but 4 health isn't that hard to get rid of, so I'm not exactly sure like how good this is. It's very possible that it's just simply destroyed. You know, like 4 health is nothing, so we'll see. But I've also got some of the stuff that I tend to lose to. So I've got the Lictors in here, and I've got the Death Leapers in here. Even Von Ryan's Leaper. All the stuff that, you know, like goes into stealth, comes out 5, 7, you know, damage. Massive amounts of damage for their energy cost. You know, dealing 5 damage when you're at 4 energy is pretty good. And 7 damage is massive. Like, Death Leapers, incredible. Like, of course, the issue is their health. But even that, if there's nothing else on the board, you put a Death Leaper down. You know, you're saying to your opponent, look, you have to use your resources now. You have to use your AoE now. You know, any way of controlling this, I'm demanding that you use resources. And if they don't have the resources, they can take incredible amounts of damage, especially with Neurothrope, because Neurothrope is then going to buff the health of the Death Leaper. Very, very possibly. I haven't actually played Rapacious Hunger ever, but it's an AoE. Damage, and I think that's pretty important, and it could save your life. You know, there are a lot of situations where this is actually a massive deal. Because of the Leapers, I feel a little bit more comfortable that we're low cost, because they offer so much attack, you know. It's a mix of value, Synapse, and Leapers. You know, that's the combo. I've never built an explicit Leaper deck. I'm not sure if you can call this like an explicit Leaper deck. But I mean, considering it's got Von Ryan's Leaper, Lictor, and Death Leaper in it, it's pretty close. It's just so light. You know, when your heaviest units are at 5. But I think Tyrannids, more than any other faction, just really struggle to get back into the game. They need to be on top of the game. You know, they need to be on the play, I suppose, is the phrasing in some games. We'll check. I don't think we've got it. Yeah, we haven't disabled bots yet, because of course we're learning. It's a process. I want to see kind of like what we could improve on. The whole thing is a process, and I think even against the AI we get a lot of useful information, things that we can work on. So we don't need to face human opponents, but normally, like, if I'm in the middle of nowhere, I'm like, look, I really don't know if this is good or not. I really don't know if this works or not. It seems kind of like against the AI it's working, but, you know, when you play someone playing like a really good deck that pushes you, you realise, oh, okay, look, this is a neat idea, but it's just not quite it, you know? It's not quite going to work. It was a nice idea, but it's just not going to work. Oh. I mean, I don't really want to keep any of this. Of course, Spore Assist, I like the pressure, but apart from that, you know.
Ready, my legions. A glorious victory will be mine.
I think we have to go aggro, don't we? Yeah, in every way. So frustrating because his ability allows him to put down a unit. At least we could have actually done something with that, you know? As it is, he's going to have a remnant because I don't want to use my ability on this. See, this is one of the questions. Like, of course, a human player isn't going to do that. That's just weird. And that as well. Like, most of the time they probably will do that. But it's allowing us to just kind of curve, you know? I do love the fact that Neurothrope's only a 1 cost though. I really do like that so much. This isn't really a problem though, is it? Wow, I mean, we probably just take the pressure, don't we? Spirit Leech is good, like everything's good here. Yeah, don't we do this? It's hard to actually tell. Because, I mean, doesn't this get health back when it thingies? Is it going to get the health back now? It does, doesn't it? Yeah. So there's no need for Predator Instincts. Spirit Leech. We probably want to just focus on one Pyrovore and make that one beefy. It kind of feels like we got away with murder. I've got to be honest here. Like, that's cheeky. But the fact that we could even put them on the board and they haven't been pinged... Like, this is gone now, right? If they kept the Obelisk, this Pyrovore doesn't exist. So we've effectively got one Pyrovore on the field. Like, reasonably. We've got one Pyrovore on the field. I really just want to do this though. Maybe I should have put that on the Sis though. Like, this is probably more valuable than the Pyrovores. The Pyrovores are getting an incredible amount of value, but the Sis is probably what we really should be focusing on. I mean, we can use the Predator's Instincts here. I'm not sure it's really accomplishing anything, though. Was that the wrong one? No, it wasn't. Despite our low energy totals, it does kind of seem like we play control, though. Like, Synapse is very controlly, isn't it? Also, I should have been using this all along. It's got Synapse. I'm so stupid, right? So dumb. Yeah, I should have been using this all along. I'm so silly. Oh, I should have attacked with this first. It doesn't actually matter though, that's the thing. Like, for goodness sake. There's this weird lag though when you use it. I don't know why. We definitely haven't played this match optimally, have we? I seem to have this weakness where when I feel like I'm really, really ahead, I just stop paying attention. I switch off completely. But this just feels, you know, like it's over, doesn't it? Biggest issue with there was it felt like, you know, they were just way too forgiving in the early game. They basically just gave us the early game, allowed us to establish a board. There's nothing aggressive, there was no damage coming out, there was no flanks coming out. Nothing to really shut our board down, so Neurothrope was just buffing stuff. The stuff we put down in the early game just stayed around. They didn't do anything about it. I do like all of these. I mean, not a massive amount. I would like some actual troops. I think we can get rid of the organism. But stealth, we need some sort of board, plain and simple. So, you know, encircle the prey at least gives me an ability to put a board down. We might just put it on the Tyrannid Warrior. I don't need it for long. I just need it for a little while.
For the coming of damnation.
Ugh. Wow, didn't hesitate at all, did he there? I mean, Tyrant Guard is so amazing here. Can we really avoid it? I don't think so.
The time of the Black Crusade is now!
Yeah, because we go into Tyrannid Warrior, and then it's Enhanced Organism. It's pretty good, actually, isn't it?
My hate drives me.
That's kind of a tough one, actually. I really want the Tyrannid Warrior down. But we are kind of making ourselves susceptible, aren't we? But we can't really... Why is there this weird... Yeah. He does have to pay to get rid of this Tyrannid Guard. And we can put something else next to the Tyrannid. But it does make it really, really awkward for us to use our synapse. This feels optimal, so it's a difficult one. Wow, really? You're willing to pay that much? Yeah, I don't know about that. We did get the ideal Tyrannid start though, right? So you attack the Biovore. I could lick to here. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Yeah, like Helldrake Strike has come in. I think this is just a little bit better. And it gives him kind of a weird blast as well. But maybe I should have enhanced Organism. So here's the Helldrake Strike. But you'd have to hit really well to get the Lictor. Is it Spore Assist? Or is it Tyrannid Warrior? Oh man, I actually think it's Spore Assist, isn't it? Wait, don't use it yet. Oh! Oh, no, no, no! Apparently I used it the wrong way around. I did get the stealth though. But it doesn't matter because he can still hit the thingy. Oh man, I didn't realise it worked like that. I'm so silly. I should have realised. So it's pointless that it's stealthed because he can just hit the one in the middle. That kind of sucks. I really got that wrong, didn't I? The Leaper. Oh, I actually forgot it produces itself again. Nice job. Yeah, we absolutely have to get rid of that, don't we? Having said that, he is running me out of cards, which is very, very frustrating. Okay. I must admit, that's got me a little confused. Don't I just kill their thing, right? Oh, you know what? That was actually kind of a waste, wasn't it? Do we actually attack him here? I feel like we have to. Yeah, we don't have forever. That's the problem here. We've got a very limited amount of time to kill him now because we're getting to higher and higher health total, energy totals. No, that wasn't it. I don't know why he's using that, but that's not it at all. Absolute waste. Absolute waste. Why would you use Leovine? That's just... Is it Leovine? Is it... No, it's Leovine Eucharist, and it's not Leocrine. Something is Leovine. Yeah, I don't know why you would use that card. Okay, well... We didn't disable bots. The deck seems to work. That's all we needed to see, right? Is... We were very, very dominant in that match. We seemed on top of him the whole time, but we did get our ideal start, didn't we? Like, that was up to us, and since we got to go second as Tyrannids, it felt good. I don't know what happens when it's reversed and we have to go first. Yeah, that flank was nice as well. We got some good value there. I kind of feel like we've seen enough to like give it a tick and just say yes, this one works. We'll play one more match, but mostly I feel like, yeah, we do need to see what happens when we go first and we really get pushed. I think, like when things get really uncomfortable for us. We do want the prime. I don't like the fact we have to keep that predator instincts though.
Cleanse this place.
Yeah,
We
kind of
must
awkward.
protect the craft world.
So, am I the control then? I think I must be. The way we win is by creating a massive board here. I don't think it's by hitting her. But she didn't attack either, so I don't know what that means. Yeah, I genuinely don't know what that means.
Warpforge will never surrender. Light dims, yet our hope is ever kindled.
I guess that's what it means. It means the only way we can clear everything is with a spirit leech, but of course we don't want to use a spirit leech, so we have to Lictor. Considering she's already getting Spirit Stone use, I assume part of the deck is very much, you know, revolving around Spirit Stones, so we will try and deny them as best as possible. Oh, why do people use this? I'm always so confused by seeing this. I guess the sniper is okay. I don't know. Man, so much for denying their Spirit Stones, yeah? We're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble.
Warpforge will never surrender.
So, do we actually have to wait for Apex Predator then? Because we cannot allow this to keep happening, can we? I mean, Tyrannid Prime just isn't getting enough value here. It's a tough one. We're trying to outvalue on the board, but this is awful. This is really, really terrible. It does look like they just shuriken the Tyrannid Prime. Oh man, really? Euclid Spore? Don't think that's what we were looking for, was it? They have 5 Spirit Stones. Can we actually do anything about any of that? Not really. Yeah, I mean, if they've got the ability to create Wraith Guards, if they've got the Legendary in their hand, we've already lost. So it's kind of... it is what it is. Man, they held us off really well. That was tough. Oh, they didn't destroy the Leaper. I forgot that they had Shuriken too. I'm so silly.
Heed my words and run.
Surround them. Strangle them like a serpent.
Yeah, we're just out of synapse. We can't keep up with this, can we? Man, that sucks. Do I really want to do this? I think I have to do this. That's the issue. I think I have to do this. Oh, I also thought... I thought you kept the invulnerable for both turns. That sucks. They've got to work on the wording of some of these cards, I think. We just ran out of synapse. Yeah, fair enough. You got us. Oh, see? Okay, that was the test we needed. So we do have serious problems going first, and we are going to have to think about it. That was exactly what we wanted, right at the end. That was perfect. Yeah, like, what are you supposed to do about that? Like, I'll have to re-watch that match and just try and work out what we could have done. I think stealth would have helped. Like, if we could have just managed to get our stuff stealthed, create the board, so that Synapse could get a couple of procs off. But as it is, they just cut the Synapse right off. And our deck is too light to deal with stuff. It's not like we curve up. So maybe the deck just needs to be a little bit heavier. There's actually a lot of different things we could do based on what just happened. It's interesting. So we'll come back to this deck. We'll try and refine it, work on it. Fantastic, though. I'm so glad that we had that match right at the end, though. Just so we had like a genuine test of the deck and what was going to happen. And we went first. We started slow. Like, really, it was awful, right? It was really, really bad. We've got to think about our twos as well. Maybe Hormagaunts or something. Just something so we can get a body down and start playing. Because it's not really good enough when you start that slow. We were just behind like the whole match, which is a little bit silly.